Okay team, welcome to today's workout. So today's workout is kettlebells. We're going to use a pair of kettlebells, so I want you to pick the weights wisely. We may need a lighter kettlebell for the last round because we're going to introduce you to a new movement that's going to test your, let's call it your strength a little tiny bit, and also maybe your patience. So we're going to work in 7-minute rounds. We're going to work for 7 minutes and in the AMRAP style, as many rounds as possible of each of the movements. And then we're going to have a 2-minute rest, and then we're going to go again, and we've got 3 rounds. So all up 21 minutes of activity, along with the breaks in between. Simply want you to not necessarily go hard, but be consistent with your pace. The heavier the kettlebell, the more stress you're going to be under to maintain certain positions. So therefore pick something that you know that you can get through relatively easy with each of these movements. So first AMRAP we're going to do is going to be a kettlebell hang snatch. So it means with no swing, it's straight from the bottom position. And we're going to pair that up with a suitcase deadlift. So what does it look like? So with my weight, so my hang snatch, I'm simply going to start from this position and I'm going to snatch the kettlebell straight up. So there's no swinging, it's a simple bend of the hip. So it's like a very powerful high pull into your snatch. You're going to pair that one with a simple suitcase deadlift. So like you would do, walking along, you're going to come over, you're going to pick up the suitcase, 1, 2. Now the rep scheme of this, you're going to go 6 snatches on the right, 6 suitcase deadlifts on the right. Go over to the left, repeat it on the left, 6 and 6. If you want the added challenge, the second time through, 12 snatches, 12 suitcase deadlifts, 12 and 12, you get into round 3, bring it down to 6. So you can alternate 6 aside, 12 aside, 6 aside, 12 aside, get through your 7 minutes. No matter where you finish, when the timer stops, rest for 2 minutes. Coming on to the second AMRAP. We're going to go into a single arm, we're going to go into a kettlebell jerk, so that's a shoulder to overhead, but we're also going to pair that with a rack in a squat hold, and then a rack into a prisoner with an overhead press. Now the rep scheme in here is just simply 4 reps. So 4 reps on the right side, we're going to do all the right side, then we're going to go onto the left side. So what we're going to do here is going to go into our jerks. So we're going to get our kettlebell here, into our position, soft knees, hips forward, going to drive, 1, 2, get it into your 4th one, then bring it down to the 4th one, then you're going to come into a squat hold in the rack position. I want you to simply try to hold for 20 to 30 seconds, just simply hold, not right at the bottom, but at the part way, so you're active. Once you're done here, you're going to stand. You're then going to go into a prisoner. So knees up, press down, and that's 1 rep, and you're going to complete 4 of them. So again, 4 shoulder to overhead or the jerk movement, down into a rack hold in the squat position, standing back up into a prisoner, which we would normally do with our hands behind our head, and then into an overhead press, 4 of those. So on the right side, switch to the left side, and just keep your rep scheme at 4 reps. Coming into the final one, this is where we do something new. But first, we're going to start off with old school simple Russian kettlebell swings. So from here, so just go here, nice and powerful. Okay, and you're going to go for 12. Now, if you've used the kettlebell before and you've also done American swings where you're coming above your head, you can alternate a round of Russian swings and American swings. And if you get to the 3rd one, you can alternate 1 Russian, 1 American, 2, 1 Russian, 1 American, 4, and to simply keep it to 12 swings. The new movement for you who have not even tried a Turkish get up is we're going to flip the kettlebell upside down. We're actually going to hold it by the handle or the horn as we call it, and the kettlebell's going to be upright. It's what we call a gladiator get up. Now, if you're new to this, I want you to try this with something very, very light. If you've not even done a Turkish get up, then you can try the movement by simply taking off one of your shoes, placing it on top of your hand, and trying to stand without the shoe falling off the hand. So I'll show you what one rep looks like doing the gladiator, with not with the 20, but with a lighter kettlebell such as the 12. Okay. On the floor, get a firm grip. Lock the arm out above the shoulder. The same leg is bent. From here, my other hand is extended out. I'm going to use my elbow to leverage and help me drive up to this position. My foot is here as the base. This is going to allow me to hinge, drive my hip up, bring my leg through, keep an eye on that kettlebell at all times, and stand. What goes up comes down. So take your time. Move your foot, get your positioning. This is taxing on the shoulder. Down slow. Let your hand slide and back and done. Okay, so the gladiator is where the kettlebell is upside down with the bell, the fat part, pointing to the top, grabbing hold of the horn. If you have not done a Turkish get up, the difference there being is that our kettlebell is in this position, sitting down over with a knife hand and up and through, and you're completing the same move. If you are new to this, then you need to learn to break down the Turkish get up, which we'll do in another video in the next couple of days, the next week. Again, so 3 AMRAPs, 7 minutes a piece, 2-minute break. AMRAP number 1, the hang snatch. So again, no swinging, just a simple snatch like you would do if you're doing a dumbbell snatch. Straight up, straight down for 6. With the suitcase deadlift on the same side for 6, then you're going to alternate that to the left side. And if you want to, you can go 6, 12, 6, 12, and so on. AMRAP number 2, again, we had those 3 movements, all one side, single hand overhead jerk or shoulder to overhead, down into a squat hold in the rack position on the same side, and then the 4 prisoner squats or prisoner height changes, whatever you want to call it, into an overhead press. 4 reps only, change it, left side, right side, right side, and obviously the last one, as we just showed you, the 12, what we call ballistic or snappy or powerful kettlebell swings, American or Russian, whatever suits you and that you're skilled at, and then you're going to pair that with 1 rep only of that gladiator get up. If you're comfortable with that and you're doing it with light enough weight and you think that's cool, then you can bring that from 1 to 2, and then maybe the 3rd time around, if you get through to the 3rd round, to 3 on the one side. It is challenging, it is taxing, there's a lot of grip work because you have to grip that kettlebell. Probably the only time that I will grip a kettlebell, because most of the times we're letting it swing in the hook grip. It's very taxing on your shoulder and you've got to really engage your core. That's it. Kettlebell workout for today. It's a tough one. It's not a super sweaty one. It's not one that's going to take the wind out of you, but you're going to find you're going to need to use your core a lot for some of these movements to brace, and obviously a lot of work through the shoulders. That's it. Off the stretch.